it's time for some magic. This stream is extra special. You wanna know why? Because in 18 minutes, we'll be playing with the new set, Ravnica Allegiance. It's not even out yet. You can't buy the cards for it in paper. Nobody can play with it in the current build of Magic Arena. But me and a big pile of other streamers, I think there's about 100 streamers and other content creators, are going to have early access to the patch which releases the game. The way that works is we're given accounts that are not our normal accounts, that are loaded up with goodies. They have cards in them, they have got gems in them, and we're able to do sealeds and fight each other in these sealeds and just do general deck building and party hardy. This is my normal account though, because the other account doesn't go live until 11 a.m. Eastern. So we've got a little bit of time until that goes. So hopefully everybody's real excited. I assume that there's lots of other Magic streamers that are, what? Floki Bosco waking me up with 100 bits first thing in the morning. Thank you, Floki Bosco. Left monitor. There we go. So this is a brew which he sent kind of the framework for, and I added on to, and we switched some stuff around to have a Hero of Precinct 1, Judith, Teysa, Tajik, Heroic Reinforcements, Imperious Oligarch, Final Payment, Fireblade Artist, Footlight Fiend, Hunted Witness, Monstrosity. This is a Mardu aggro deck, and its name is the Blood Toll. This deck revolves around the death of your own creatures, and also aggressively hitting people in the face with your creatures. It is 3 colors. It's Mardu, as you can see here. We've got all the lands that nobody can afford in paper, unless you're taking it to a tournament. It's blood for the blood god. It's kind of aristocrats. So Judith is really the key kind of aristocrat feature here. We also have Final Payment in here. Good morning, Spartacus. So we've got these Final Payments in here, which kind of give us an out to kill our creatures. Judith, when one of our non-token creatures dies, gives us damage to any target. Teysa, whenever a creature dies, causes a triggered ability, causes it to trigger twice, so it would cause this Judith ability to trigger twice, but it would also cause the Footlight Fiend's ability to trigger twice, or the Fireblade Artist's sacrificing to do something twice. That's good. It's good. It's very nice. Let's get that Tybalt Planeswalker a try. Wait, which one? There's a bunch of 3-drop Planeswalkers in the next set. It's time for me to prove my allegiance. Time to prove my allegiance. No, it's not. So I should warn you guys. I deleted all my decks on Aether Hub. So right now this is the only thing that's in it. Have I noticed anything wrong with Deckmaster? No, because I haven't been able to play with the next set yet, so I don't actually know if if Deckmaster's working nice and happy with it. How many brews do I have for today? How many brewskis do I have? I've actually got quite a few. Let me open up some of the other ones. I was also sent a bunch by Cue Ball, and I was also sent just a bunch of ideas. There we go. So these ones are from Cue Ball. So these 3 are Cue Ball's decks. So this is an Arcades deck, which was actually something we're also planning on. We've got Arcades, who makes your walls extra fun if you play a wall. Well, if you play a creature with Defender, not necessarily a wall. Then you get to draw a card. So there's a bunch of walls in here. Gleaming Barrier. This Vine. Oh. Lusty Stag, thank you for following. We've got that Caretaker. Tetsuko to make them unblockable. Wall of Mist. This is really something you could vary around with which walls you play. These all seem to be very low-cost walls. And then the Looming Altosaur just for being absolutely massive. And then Tower Defense is the card that makes Arcades bombin', as well as High Alert. Do I have unlimited cards to build with? I believe so. How does this event work? Streamers and maybe WotC employees? Yup. Playing with each other in Constructed and Sealed. Hey, Square Games Europe. How you doing and how's the pre-release? Well, we're just getting kind of set up now. You any inspiration for this? Did you already have this in mind? For which? All these brewskis? Is the song playing? Do I have any Jund decks? Here we're going to be doing Seal. Oh, the Arcades deck? No, that one was actually Cue Ball's deck list. This is Cue Ball's deck list, but we were planning on having a Walls build anyway. So right now, we don't have any Jund decks here, but that doesn't mean we can't build one. Yeah, we actually ran an Arcades deck before as well, Spartacus. I lost a lot of my will to play Arcades because I just found he wasn't doing what I needed him to, but there's a lot more support for, well, walls. There's a lot more support for walls this set. Still showing the old art for Breeding Pool on here. So the other decks that I'm planning on making are this one is a Persistent Petitioner's deck, which was sent to me. I don't think I'm going to be running it like this because I don't really understand why Arcane Adaptation is in here. Because there's no non-advisors other than these Marts of the Multitudes fellas. So I guess you can try and turn everything into petitioners. So we can give this a go. I also want to try some more just kind of blue control with these petitioners down. Oh yeah, Tower Defense is it's a great game type. It's also a very useful card for updated Arcades decks. And of course, High Alert is just Arcades in enchantment form. I also want to make a +1/+1 Merfolk deck because there's a good amount of support for that, giving extra abilities to things that have +1/+1 counters on them. That's probably going to be a Vannifar deck. It's going to have Vannifar. I want to have an Ooze deck. I'm oozing with excitement about that. Hydra Ramp, the many-headed jelly beast, I think will be good. Also, elves. Elves are a thing. There's also an infinite combo, which I was told I should try to get work, which is Judith. Judith, Squee, the Skirk Prospector, and some Steamkins. It's a lot to get down at once because you need 2 Steamkins, the Skirk, a Squee somewhere that you can play it, and Judith all at once. But then you can just kind of cycle and cycle and cycle and cycle. The good thing about High Alert is it makes all creatures deal damage via toughness rather than only defenders. Yep, yeah, it's true. High Alert can take down a lot of green and red creatures that have very high attack and low toughness. Yep. High Alert is good with the Looming Allosaur, which is why I assume it was put into this deck. And it's really Caretaker is not a wall, but she does have Defender. And Tetsuko just could become a 3/3. So let's see. We have 8 minutes left until I can log into the new system. Sir Mix-a-Lot approves. And what's this deck that was sent to me? Wild Storm. So this is Thousand Year Storm. I can tell because there's Thousand Year Storms in it. It's got Storm in the name. This is one of the Cue Balls decks. Expansion and Explosion. Omniscience, because I guess you can. Wilderness Reclamation, 4 of them. Can you do stuff between each of the triggers for the Wilderness Reclamation? Like one of them untaps your lands, then you cast some stuff, then the next one untaps your lands and you do stuff, then the next one untaps your lands and you do stuff, and then the next one if you add all 4 down. So you skewer to critics if you're dealing damage. Huh. Do I have a deck with Wilderness Reclamation? I mean, the one I'm looking at right here. You could float the mana. I imagine you could float the mana and just Electro Dominate. Is there any way to just do like a massive Banefire Wilderness Reclamation ramp? Except the problem is Banefire, of course, is an instant. Electro Dominance you could do. Right. Electro Dominance is the one that's instant speed. Which, by the way, Electro Dominance is an insane card for insane people, and I love it. Well, if you add Midnight Reaper to that infinite combo, Scrybottom, you'll kill yourself as fast as you kill your opponent. Yeah, the Dominirator quote on there is pretty nice. Why not with March? Oh yeah, you could definitely use Wilderness Reclamation with March at a Multitudes. Or something similar. Oh, just getting some more messages from the event. By the way, I told a whole bunch of streamers that are in the event that if they want to do battle with me, they're welcome to direct challenge me. They just have to reach out to me. So if we, I don't know, jump out of a game or into a game at any time, that'll be why. I'm going to go ahead and say I don't think Goblin Electromancer belongs in here. Because these don't get their cost reduced. If you get the Riot cost, or sorry, the Spectacle cost, you don't have any cost reduction. It's a Lightning Rod. You play the Electromancer just so he gets zapped. Growth Spiral is, by the way, I think this card's really fun. I think it belongs more in like a fog control kind of deck because Growth Spiral's very interesting. You could hold up your mana for a counterspell. Don't need to cast a counterspell. In your end step, draw a card, find a land, throw it down. You just ramped. The clients are running. Ooh. Excellent. All right, so I'm going to go into this weird face cam for a minute while I try and launch the new client. We have special logins. As I mentioned before, we're actually playing in accounts that are essentially just for this. It's the special event account. It's not tied to my normal account in any way other than it has Amazonian in it. Am I streaming from a barn? Oh, what is happening? Hello? Are you guys seeing like that choppiness? That was weird. I think my computer just got like real confused at something that was happening. Like, are you sure? One second, I'm just gonna go to my taskmaster over here, my task manager. Ah, I see. I think it might be because this is patching. Eyebrows on fleek. Thanks. I had them done before MagFest. I actually went and got my eyebrows did to work with. This is not an account I actually own. This is the like special, I guess, event account. So I don't get to keep anything from here, but I'm still gonna refresh this quest because I have to. I have to do it. And what do you guys think? You think we should just get started? Bring in a deck? Oh, I need to make sure I turn down music if it wasn't already turned down. Oh, good. It has been turned down. You get gems for 5th copy now? Thanks. That's so useful in the account that I can't keep. So we're going to add a deck. And this is going to be the more to be announced Amazonian co-made deck, Blood Toll. So let me grab that deck list. Where's the export button? I'm bad at using every single thing online. Export to MTGA. Alright, so we got this card changes. Decks. We're just going to import. So this imported deck here is going to need to be fixed up just a little bit. Because, like, that's the face of it. He's so grumpy. Broad. Blood Toll. Alright. So this deck is the one that I showed off before. It's very special. Reclamation, please. This is a deck which is all about our creatures dying. And then Tajik's just kind of there. You guys talking about Elspeth and if she is and or isn't dead. Oh, wow. Ravnica Allegiance. Thanks. Your skull will make a fine trophy. Let's go play some Magic. All right. So we can just make sure all our play modes are on. There's only 2 play modes available. There's best of 1 sealed, then there's best of 1 free to play. So let's get in there and see who the heck else is playing right now.
This is Gruul territory. Not Gruul? Then die.
Real Magic movie when? I think we'll get a Magic MMO first. Yes, Simic is the moistest guild, but Please don't call it that. Who is Strong Sad? Like the character from Homestar Runner? We can have every creature on MTG, but not a raccoon-themed deck. Alright, so we have, we've only got 2 colors of mana here. So hopefully we draw into a third that has some black in it. We'll see. You like the cheat. Simic. I like that. And do I want the Footlight Fiend, or do I want the Hunted Witness? I'm gonna take out the Hunted Witness here. As a biologist, you feel you should be more hype about Simic, but I feel like as a biologist, you understand that what Simic does is wrong and bad. Alright, you need these 2 drops, so I'm just gonna pop down that Footlight Fiend. Let that come in tapped. And get him. Growth Spiral. So remember I was talking about this card before? It's a card that lets you ramp just whenever. What's wrong about the Simic? Biology don't work that way. You can splice an orange branch onto a lemon tree, but you can't. Yeah, let's mentor something. You can't splice a crab arm onto an elf, even though there's no elf. Amulet. Yeah, my opponent's got an amulet. Radical idea. You guys think this is going to be an amulet storm deck? What do you think they're using the amulet for? Fjord with the resub! By the way, as I mentioned before, all subs and resubs today are going to be on Ravnica lands until I run out. Elves are actually crustaceans. Fjord, Untis with the 8 months of subs. Nice-o. Just in case any of my stuff dies. Just want to get down that Tesa, and let's spread the love. Wait, could I have just won there with a final payment? No, not quite. Oh, you're referring to what I said? Is that Brad? I don't know who Strong Sad is. Like, as streamers, I'm not familiar with them. All right, let's take this deck in again.